Hey everyone, it's Hannah with the Custer Area Arts Council, and I'm here today with Chris Pelzarski, the organizer of Custer Air Guitar. Woo! So today we're going to learn all about the air guitar competition in Custer, and specifically about the one coming up very soon. So Chris, tell us about air guitar. What is the competition? How did it start? Tell us about it.
Yeah, so it started many years ago in a mythical living room celebration. We had actually just watched the documentary Air Guitar Nation and just decided to host our own parties before we realized that, like, hey, maybe we could actually join the official competition.
Yeah.
And it was in 2017 that
Wow.
we looked up how do you join the air guitar competition. And that year, Custer joined the ranks of cities such as Chicago, Boston, New York to enter into the official circuit that sends someone to compete in the U.S. Air Guitar National Championship every year.
Wow. So it's a real air guitar competition.
It is.
And what happens if you win?
So we've worked our way up over the years. Our competition now feeds directly into the national competition. This year being held in San Francisco.
Wow.
The Arts Council is paying for a flight and a $30 Subway gift certificate. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so awesome. So how did you get into air guitar? What inspired you to start?
What a great question. So to me, I've always found that, like, the arts, I've always had a connection to the arts. And I think art is where we're vulnerable. Art is where we explore our shadow, if you will.
Absolutely.
Art is where we explore, and it takes a lot to get up on stage and, like, give all your heart to pretending to be this character, right, that you invent. Because that's how seriously the people that compete in this take it. They invent this character. And I do believe that it's in the shadow that we learn to love ourselves. And I think you can actually learn to love yourself through air guitar and through giving your heart to your character.
Being the most vulnerable version of yourself.
Yeah, displaying it all, And and I do believe that that's what art is meant to do.
Yeah.
I believe it brings people together because it does open our hearts, and it does. When people see someone open their heart like that, they're like, this is great.
Yeah, you can't help but respect it. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So having done this competition for many years now, what do you feel is the impact of Custer Air Guitar on the community of Custer?
Well, for one, I think that it's helped Custer become known as a place that's on the edge. And it really is. We have one of the best restaurants in the country right here in Little Custer. We have one of the best music venues in the region here in little tiny Custer.
Absolutely.
We have an air guitar competition that feeds into nationals. We have so many things that are, like, on the cutting edge for a little town of 2,000 people.
That's true.
Yeah. And it's the art in all of us that brings our town to the edge and brings our town to life and makes it such a vibrant community.
So how is the Custer Area Arts Council involved in Custer Air Guitar?
So the Custer Area Arts Council is an organization that supports the arts, even the performing arts, even the art of air guitar, which you might think, like, is that an art? It's definitely an art. If you come and see the show, you'll understand why it's an art. It requires people to invent their own character and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Arts Council is involved as a supporting entity. We get a lot of volunteer hours. We get funding through the Arts Council. Any donations that are made to the Arts Council can be made so that they support air guitar. And then also air guitar, any funds raised in air guitar also go on to support other missions that the Arts Council has, grants that we offer, all kinds of things.
That's great. Okay, so super important question.
Yeah.
What is airness? And why is it important?
Absolutely. So there are 3 qualities in which an air guitar performance is judged. And these are national standards. Actually, they're world standards. Because, believe it or not, actually the winner of the U.S. Air Guitar Championship goes on to compete at the Air Guitar World Championship in Oulu, Finland. Every year it's held in Oulu, Finland since the 80s.
That's awesome.
And so it's quite a thing. But yes, the structure is the same across all air guitar competitions. Three qualities by which a performance is judged: by technical merit,
Okay.
which is obvious what it is, how much it looks like you're playing a guitar. Stage presence, also obvious.
Important.
But the third is airness. And airness is very hard to define, but it's generally thought of as it's an intangible quality.
Okay.
And it's the point at which the performance transcends into more than just an imitation of the guitar. It transcends into an art form in and of itself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you see airness, you know it.
You know it.
You do.
That makes sense.
There have been many moments of airness throughout the years, and these are the moments that make the crowd go wild. It's the moments that air guitar becomes its own performance art.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
It's pretty amazing.
So, continuing with that question, what do you think sets a great air guitar performance apart from just a good one?
Yeah. The more heart that you can give to it, the better. The more of your genuine self that comes through, the better.
Yeah.
Also, maybe even a genuine part of yourself that you hide in your every day-to-day life. Some people's air guitar character might be more real than they are themselves in day-to-day life.
Wow. Just no boundaries, just freedom.
Right. A real air guitar performance is like total freedom.
Yeah.
But creativity, really understanding that there's no limits to what can be done with an air guitar. Right?
That's true. Yeah.
That's why it's actually in some ways more fun than a real guitar.
Yeah.
Because there are not limits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I never thought of that. Yeah.
There's no limits to what can be done with it. And so if you can get the audience to engage in how you understand the properties of an air guitar to exist, then you're in.
Yeah.
That's a winning performance right there. It's literally how you understand what are the physics of an air guitar. Right?
Yeah, it's endless. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You create your own world. The world of air guitar is your world, and you want to put that world on full display. And so when you get creative and really show everything that an air guitar can do, that's when you create a stellar performance.
So it sounds like an awesome competition, an awesome event to witness. But what is your favorite part about the whole competition, the whole event?
My favorite part. My favorite part is really seeing so many people in the community come together to take something so silly, so seriously.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It's just great. It's great to see adults play again.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Rock and roll is something that it touches all of us from 4 to 99 years old. It touches us all.
Absolutely.
And there's a form of rock and roll that moves everyone, and it's cool to see those people come back and enjoy it.
Yeah. So when and where can we expect to witness this incredibly awesome event this year?
So the competition 2025 is May 10th. That's a couple weeks away at the Custer Beacon, where we spend our stronghold. Definitely the only place I really would like to have the event. 6:00 p.m. And yeah, we're ready. The future of air guitar. Air guitar has been growing for a number of years. As we've had in the first few years, we really struggled to actually have a competitor go to nationals that won. There's a lot of people here are restaurant workers, and they would win, and then they'd be like, I can't get off work.
Yeah.
Right? But we have had the winners have gone the last couple of years.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. And we've been building connections with competitors around the nation. And my dream is that one day that U.S. Air Guitar would pick the Black Hills to host the national championship.
That'd be awesome.
It moves every year. We're ready for it. It's definitely going to bring air guitar and Custer to the next level.
Yeah, awesome. If someone would like to participate in this competition, what advice would you give them?
Plan ahead. So competitors get 1 minute on, a 1 minute track. You can be on stage for longer than a minute, but you get 1 minute for your track once it starts.
Okay.
And so, planning ahead with a track that is well edited, like a great cut. It can be a mix of songs. It can be a mix of the same song, like the beginning and end.
Okay.
Making a good 1 minute track that you practice a bunch, and honestly, have your friends watch. Record yourself and watch it. That's really digging into the shadow, is watching yourself perform. That's why I never got super good at air guitars, because I was just afraid to watch myself.
So make sure your heart's in it. Yeah.
And don't be afraid of yourself.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Just do it and have fun.
Yeah. There's nothing inside you that's gonna hurt you.
No, it's just gonna be fun.
Yeah.
How would someone go about signing up? There's still time, right?
Absolutely. You can sign up day of, but signing up ahead of time just gets you in that headspace, right?
Yes.
But you can sign up at tinyurl.com/Custer2025. 2025.
Okay.
It's a $20 entry fee to compete. And but the chance, probably a 1 in 10 chance to win a paid flight to San Francisco in July.
Awesome. Yeah. And have so much fun.
Right.